Perfect. Daniel goes to bring me home. We meet with Stephanie in El Paso. Stephanie ends up taking me back to the ranch. You are a worthless fucking piece of shit. It's bad enough that you stole everything I owned. You took absolutely anything that was of any value to me. Took all the stuff that belonged to my mother. You took my mother's china cabinet. You took all of my mom's shaman books. Everything that was important to my mother, you took. You could have taken anything in this fucking world except for taking stuff that belonged to my mom. And I would have said, whatever. You took shit that belonged to my mother. That's fucked up. Thank you for leaving my mother, by the way. Because when I came in and found everything destroyed and taken, I really kind of thought she was going to be gone. I would have had to hunt you down for that one. It was bad enough that I get home and the windows are busted in and everything, and I mean every motherfucking thing we owned, I owned, stuff that was owned long before you and I got together, gone. You took everything. The only things that were left behind were the things that Scott promised me that he would leave me. That was it. But you know what's more disgusting? Pulling up to that house. And finding over 65 dead animals. When there was water and food there. I hope there's a special kind of hell for somebody like you, Marcia. I really fucking do. Because you know what? You deserve to rot in fucking hell. You and Scott do. Well over 65 chickens, dead. Half a dozen ducks, dead. 3 rabbits, dead. 2 dogs missing, one of which, and I have the text. One of which you told me you left outside to freeze to death instead of bringing her in the house. You told me you left her out by herself in the wet, in the cold, in a cage where she had no shelter, and she froze to death. Four more dead dogs within the first 24 hours of me being home. A parrot half dead. And could barely move. So Marcia Kay, riddle me this. How long do you have to let a rabbit starve to death that it turns cannibalistic and it eats a fucking chicken? Because that's what I came home to. Animals were not fed for days. According to the ASPCA, who I did talk to, they're estimating the animals were home alone for at least a week with no care. Police were hoping they were alone. I'm hoping. You didn't sit there and watch them fucking starve to death. You were a cruel, heartless person. And honestly, I don't care whatever happens to you. There are 65 counts of animal cruelty sitting against you and Scott at Hudspeth County. Kit, and you know Kit, our district attorney, opted not to do anything because of the fact that you left the state. Those charges are sitting there until a time that either statute of limitations run out, which as far as I'm concerned, this is murder. There shouldn't be one. I don't care if it is an animal. Shouldn't be a statute of limitations. Murder's murder, and you motherfucker murdered all those animals. Both of you did. You both deserve to fucking rot. I have pictures to prove what all the animals looked like when I got there. I hadn't been there for 2 weeks. Over 2 weeks. Hudspeth County Sheriff's Department, Deputy Wong, has it all on his body cam. All of the video. All of the dead animals. What kind of sick and sadistic fucking person just doesn't feed them? When we moved, I tried getting rid of a bunch of the animals and a bunch of the dogs. And all you kept telling me was no, 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 no. Oh, you can't get rid of that one, that's my dog. We can't get rid of that, that's my dog. When I came home and found your Cocker Spaniel that I gave you, your pride and joy, dead, stuck to the bottom of a cage. Bumblebee dead. Sadie dying. Anything that I could have possibly have mustered for some sort of care about you, with you leaving, and the lies and the bullshit you did, died with every one of those animals. But it wasn't just the animals that you did, because you emptied out our storage shed. You or Scott went through and busted up all the windows, all the building materials, everything that we had there. You guys busted up everything. And then the few pittance of boxes, most of it that had broken stuff in them and stuff that you decided you didn't want it, put back into the shed. Someone put broken pieces of glass in between the boxes, so that as I went to pick up the boxes and pulled them out, they would cut and stab me. What kind of a person does that? What kind of a person goes to deliberately not just steal from me, which is what you did. You stole 20 years of my life. You stole my money. You stole my dignity. You stole my self-respect. You stole everything that I owned. Everything. You even took the credentials that I have for for dog training, for service animal experts, all of that. You stole everything. And then when I asked for it back, oh, I can't get to that storage unit right now. Well, I was told by a little birdie that storage unit doesn't exist anymore because you didn't pay it. Because somebody told his wife that he was upset because he lost everything that was in that storage shed. So, let's end it on that note. Go to practice.